Today we're going to learn how to read area tiles. Another way to call area tiles is algebra tiles. So there's three different types we're going to be looking at. The first one is a 1 by 1, which is like this. It's a square that's 1 by 1. And then another thing is a rectangle that's 1 by x. So it's an x tile. And the last tile is an x by x. And since we're looking at the area of this one would be 1. The area of the second one would be x. And the area of the third would be x squared, because you have your length times width. Okay. So the first example we're working with is an x plus 2 and x plus 1. So how do we represent this? Well, let's start with the x plus 2. We first have our x, right? The x, and then we have plus 2. So that could be another way of saying that is one of these, two of these, the little 1 guys. Next, we have the x plus 1. How can that be represented? Well, we have one of these guys, the x, and then we have a plus 1. And then here is where we're going to multiply. X times x, well, we can represent that using our x squared box. Okay, x times 1, that's going to be the x rectangle, the tile. Then let's go along here. X times 1, well, that's another x tile. We have 1 times 1, well, that's going to be 1. 1 times 1, it's going to be 1. And then last, x times 1, another x. So now let's count up all that we have. Well, we have this x squared. Okay, how many x blocks do we have? We have 1, 2, 3. So that means we have a plus 3x. And finally, how many ones do we have? We have 1, 2. So that means we have plus 2. That is our answer using an area method or algebra tiles. I want you to try this second example. Okay, let's go over. So this first one right here, we're going to work with the x. And we're going to work with 3 ones. 1, 2, 3. Okay, next is this one. That x. I'm going to work with 2 ones. 1, 2. Now let's go over it in this little box so you can easily see it. So x times x, again, that's x squared. X times 1, well, that's x. X times 1 again, another x. 1 times x, that's another x. 1 times 1, it's 1. 1 times 1 again, another 1. Okay, x times 1, x. 1 times 1, 1. 1 times 1, 1. And then the process for a third time. Okay. So what do we have all added up? X squared. How many x blocks do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So then that would be plus 5x. How many ones do we have? Well, we have 6. And that's our answer. Now take a look at this one. Notice something different about it. How would this change our method? And how can we represent this binomial with our algebra tiles that we use?